Hello and welcome to another Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix of Morenatsu, the original Koyazoot. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can go down to the link in the description where you can download and get it for free. And since this is YouTube and this game has some H content in it, any H content we come across we're skipping over. So, with all that out of the way, let's start. Alright, I'm heading out. The following day, the two of us were standing at the entryway just like yesterday. It was close to noon. In fact, it's 12 on the dot right now. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't say what happened on the last Let's Play. Koi's mom came over and gave me a letter to give to him, and it was asking for him to go talk to her, and he was unsure whether or not he wanted to do that, and so I convinced him to go. So I guess on this Let's Play he's gonna go see his mom. In the sky, there were clouds out, and it was humid and unpleasant, just like Texas. Okay, take care. Yeah, I'm counting on you to look after the place. With a faint smile, Koya disappeared out the door. It was the same as yesterday. And then I was alone. I went back to the living room and laid down. Today, I've decided to sit and wait patiently. Koya went out to see Kazumi. It's his response to yesterday's letter. I wonder what kind of talk it's going to be. It has nothing to do with me, but I'm still fidgety about it. If I'm just guessing, I can't think of a lot of things. Wait, I can. But whatever it turns out to be, I wonder how it'll end up. Still, I don't know. Maybe it's because how awful the weather is. For some reason, I'm feeling really anxious. And more than anything, Koya. I was worried about Koya. In my chest, things felt so noisy. What could Koya be feeling right now? I can't even imagine that. The only thing I do understand is that it won't be all that quiet. Maybe that's why it's so painful for me to just wait. But that's my role in this right now. When Koya comes back, I'll say, "Welcome back," to him. It's just a small thing, but it's very important. For that reason, I'll stay here. Those were my feelings on things. Yeah, that's it. When I think like that, I calm down a bit. As I laid on the floor, I turned to look out the window. The sun is still going to show its face sometime soon. Still wasn't. But even in that oppressive sky, I could see it changing, just for a moment. Maybe it's because of the clouds, but strangely humid outside. It was uncomfortable, as if sweat was curling all around me. I sighed. There wasn't any reason for it. When I raised my head, I could see the color of the lead covering the whole sky. Seems like it'll rain soon. Underneath that sky, there I was, in front of a single house. I know this house well. Of course I should. This is my parents' house. I guess this is why I sighed. If I had my way, I wouldn't be anywhere near this house. The house I ran away from after I fought with my father. I don't regret anything I've done. However, I don't know if it was the right thing. So, I never come near here. But even if I don't regret it, that might be a mistake in itself. Somewhere, I was thinking that. If I came here, I was afraid that feeling would intensify. Actually, I'm also afraid right now. However, I'm here of my own free will, so I'm going to keep going, so I have to keep going. I tread on the ground until I was in front of the door. Then I extended the hand to a doorknob. Warm from the summer air, at that point, my heartbeats reached all the way to my ears. It was a little bit of a strange stage fright. However, there's nothing to play. Put my strength in my arm and opened the door. What opened out in front of me was nostalgic scenery. Things haven't changed much since the time I was still here. It was like an illusion where time had stopped. And over there was the person who was waiting for me. Welcome home. When the doorknob turns and the door opens, it makes a sound, doesn't it? That's why I thought I would wait here. It truly has been a long time. You've come home. We sat facing each other, across from the table in the living room. Was she happy that I came back? She was smiling the whole time. Yeah, I have. However, I couldn't look her in the eye. I had feelings inside my heart I didn't really understand, and they stopped me from raising my head. It's been about a year since you've left. Somehow, it feels like ages. For a while, I thought I'd never be able to talk to you again. But now I'm happy you've come today. I'm sorry for not keeping in contact. It's okay. Because now I know that you're doing well. How are things? Is your band doing okay? I've heard that there will be a contest soon. Well enough. Everyone's working hard. Next week, was it? If you come out on top, you might be able to make your debut. Do your best. I'll be cheering you on. Mom kept making small talk, as if to fill in all the lost time. But this is wrong. Was that why she called me over? It couldn't be just that. It has to be something else. If it was the case, there'd be no reason for her to bring a letter to the door all by herself. And if that weren't the case, this wouldn't have happened. She must have a mountain of questions. However, that shouldn't be it right now. That can come later. Did you call me over to ask me about that? Isn't there something else you wanted to discuss? When I pointed out, she seemed to hold her breath. I could see a bit of sadness through that smile. Sorry. That wasn't a good way of putting things. No, it's okay. What you said is true after all. You suddenly look serious. Here, on out is the main issue. I think I know what it's about, though. Koya, it's about the time you came home. It's about time you come home. I thought it'd be that. It's been so long since you've left. Isn't it alright to return now? But let me guess, it's too awkward? I silently nodded my head. Now, it's too late for me to come back. Besides, is it about your father? I nodded one more time. I fought with my dad. That's why I left. I couldn't ask about anything right now. I can't come home. Koya, do you understand why your father was so strict? If I got some other job, I wouldn't be missing meals. And I'd be living a more normal life, right? I wouldn't be too concerned about my future. But what I'm doing isn't like that. It's like I'm desperately trying to light a fire, with myself as the match. It's possible I might never make that spark. Also, I might break before that happens. Yes, that's correct. However, there's one more reason for why he's so strict. I think you were too young at the time to remember. It was when we first started living here. Mom cut off her words there for a moment. Pained expression crossed her face as she looked at me. After a short pause, she continued, "Your father left his job at the company just before you turned 1. Yeah?" I didn't believe those words. My eyes widened. Officially, it was a voluntary resignation, but he was actually laid off due to downsizing. It was a large company, too. Fortunately, he found re-employment right away, and that was the opportunity to move here. That's the reason. Because he went through it himself, I believe he didn't want you to live through that. He wants you to live your life without going through the same hardships he did. Not being able to work is surprisingly harsh. Yeah, I know. Anyways, but your father isn't the best at expressing himself. He's incredibly stubborn too. That's why, when it was time to decide a career, he couldn't express his feelings properly. So, at least, please understand that much. It was a surprise. I never ever saw things that way. He's stubborn, a bad communicator, but my father was always dignified. I never thought he'd have a past like that. To tell you the truth, your father has always been more worried about you than I have. He would always secretly go attend your live concerts. He made me check the days you were on. Honestly, he could have done it himself. After saying that, she laughed a little, as though saying, "It's okay to come back." But I can't sort things out that easily. I get my father's feelings. I get what he's thinking. I plan on understanding it. But I have a reason I can't make it so clear-cut. Over this past year, so many things have changed. I've gained new things, lost others. Both of those happened a lot. If I returned home now, I'd have to be prepared to throw everything like that away. I can't sort it out that easily. I've given it all up until now. I've done so much. That's why I can't just come back. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? You two are so similar like that. But Koya, have you considered whether it's okay to leave things as they are? It's okay to think about it later. I think it's a good opportunity. Come back here one more time and try talking to your father once more. Everything you've done your best to accomplish. You don't have to throw it away. Therefore, I have a condition for you. A condition? Mom nodded. She then explained what it was. If nothing comes of the next contest, please talk to your father one more time. That's it. That's my wish. In the slight chill, my eyes got cold. There I was, the old childhood friend freeloading in a rented place. After laying down on the floor, it seems like I fell asleep. When I looked at the clock, it was about 2, so it turned into an afternoon nap. For some reason I could use a nap, either that or a cup of coffee. As I thought about it, I suddenly looked around. Koya's not back yet, it seems. Maybe their talks dragged on. It was kind of late. However, it looks like it was unnecessary worrying. Click. I heard the sound of somebody open the door. I moved before I could think about it. I jumped to my feet, quickly ran into the entry hall. And over there was the person I had waited for. He seemed to have a slightly more serious mood than usual. When I saw his face and confirmed he was back, I was a bit relieved. At the same time, a single word from inside me rose to the surface. I decided this is my role, and this word is the one to fill that role. Koya. I called his name, and he looked at me again. Welcome back. After Koya came back, he told him about everything that happened in his parents' home. "I made you worry, haven't I?" he said. "It's perfectly obvious." He laughed after saying that. The subject of the conversation was very simple. In fact, if the next contest is no good, come back here. For Koya, for me. No, for everyone, it wasn't much of a surprise. But still, what's important is what comes after. If I had to make a conclusion, up until now, nothing's changed. So I asked him. In the end, Koya, what will you do? I think I'll go back. I've already promised to. I thought, just like Mom says. It's true that I don't think leaving things like this will be good. Someday, I'll have to set it all straight. It's the duty of the guy who ran away from home after all. He smiled bitterly. I've been thinking about everything up until now. Besides, for me and Dad, I get the feeling that we both have something we want to say, but we couldn't. So, I think I want to take a chance. It really is a good opportunity, for sure. Besides, even if I do return home, I feel that I want to keep playing the guitar. I've come so far after all. Before that, I want to say what my real intentions are once. About me, about everything until now. I'm sure on that path, I can keep going further. That's what I think. I nodded. That's likely to be sure. Even when people don't understand, they can do anything. And yet, the ones who do understand are probably the ones who can put in the effort. But getting people to understand is easier said than done. However, Koya is determined to do it. In all honesty, I thought that was amazing. Like I thought, you really are strong. No, I'm not. I would never have thought of this alone. This is thanks to you, Dark. Eh? You came looking for me yesterday, and now I can think of things through like this. Thanks. Seriously. No way. I didn't do anything. You keep saying the things I want to say, and I honestly thought I screwed things up there. I laughed a bit to hide my awkwardness. If I were to say anything about yesterday, it was a little embarrassing. And I'm saying you didn't. Hey, Dark. Koya caught me with a pointed look. From his earnestness, I also became serious. Whatever happens later, I still don't know yet. But no, because of that, I think I have to work even harder than before. So, will you keep supporting me like you have been? Koya asked me that question, and a slightly worried expression painted his face. It's kind of funny. He didn't have to ask. Seriously? What are you saying, Koya? So I asked that. Even if I didn't have a smile, my face naturally relaxed. Of course it will. Even if you didn't ask me to, I'd still be cheering you on. Koya smiled at my assertion. Thanks, Dark. Alright. And the only thing left to do is move forward. How about we throw ourselves into it? Yeah. Full speed ahead. Okay then. This day's going to be long though, so let's end the talk right here. Let's go out a bit. In a bit. Oh? Koya spoke over his shoulder as he stood up. The abruptness made me raise my voice in surprise. Sure, quick to change the subject, Koya. How? Where? What are you saying? Today's the summer festival. You came all this way here, so what are you gonna do if you don't go? Wait, did I not tell you? No, Haven't heard a thing. Oh, my bad. Anyway, are you going? Right? Wait, you're going, right? Everyone else has arranged to meet up too. No, I'll go, but could you tell me these things a little bit earlier? Yeah, sorry. Koya scratched his cheek apologetically. With the job from yesterday and everything, Koya was surprisingly forgetful and temperamental. And I saw him as so on top of things too. No, maybe that's wrong. He doesn't use that many words. Maybe he's bad at communicating? Well, that's okay. Ready to go then? Aaron's waiting for us after all. Two of us got ready and head off towards the festival. The sun was quite low in the sky, so it seemed like a good time to go. Morenatsu village, a place that's usually so peaceful. Today, though, that's a little different. As I got close to the shrine, I could feel a sense of tingling energy mixing in the air. I felt like the whole village was here partying. Once my skin started to feel it, started shivering all of a sudden. Koya looked the same as ever, but every so often his tail would wag slowly from left to right. It was kind of fun to watch. His movement seemed to be impulsive, and whenever Koya noticed it happening, the wagging stopped, as if he just got pissed off. Say, have you ever been to any festivals over where you are? Maybe it was because he noticed me looking at it aside at his tail, but Koya suddenly asked me that. Well, sometimes. With so many people around, there are huge events. In any case, I did go see fireworks a lot. Oh, that? With a girlfriend? No, nothing like that. With friends. Friend. Friends. Hear me? Uh-huh. Hey, what's that weird doubting look? It's true. In that case, let's just leave it there. Koya teased me, probably as revenge for the thing with the tail. It's a bit aggravating being done in like this. I have to try and get him back. Now that you mention it, how about you, Koya? You were so popular back then. So, have you ever gone to the festival with a girl while I was gone? Oh yeah. You've grown up too, haven't you, Dark? You didn't hear a thing. Like I said. That's none of it. Or so I would have explained, when a voice from far away called to us, which wiped away the thought. When I looked, all my other childhood friends grouped up over there. Seems everyone but us was already there. Even Konosuke this time. Sorry, I have to breathe. The power of the festival is just awesome. You guys are late. Get over here already. At that remark, Koya and I exchanged glances. With just what we were able to understand each other. Two of us moved in double time and joined up with the rest. Finally, you're both here. You guys are late. Sorry. Hey, wait. You're all here too early. Isn't there still some time left before we'd meet? We just got here ourselves. Huh? Really? Well, Torihiko was itching to get here earlier. All that time he was going, we're late. What? Was that so wrong? Calm down already. Yeah, dang, my throat's getting all weird again. You aren't a kid. Wait, never mind. Heck. Hey, hold on a minute. What's up with that unnatural stop? You want to say something? Say I'm a kid? Not much gets by you, does it, Sherlock? What? Hey, come on. Just leave things there. It's our annual festival after all. No need to be so hasty. Now, let's get a move on. We're gonna have a party, yeah? At Tatsune's instance, and the 10 of us start walking. As we went along, he started talking about the small stuff. Like, if there were many shops last year, or if things were cheaper at this stall than the other. Even though it was trivial, everyone seemed to be having fun. Heck. I guess everyone was looking forward to today. Though we haven't reached our destination, it was already quite crowded, but I enjoyed myself well enough. It was probably why our 10-man march made so much noise, and we finally made it through in the blink of an eye. Minasato Shrine, the old assembly hall where people made offerings to the water god. The food stall, tents lined up around the borders of the grounds, decorative paper lanterns hung from the sky. So many people were here, filling up the area with so much heat. Whoa. The scene just overwhelmed me. Unintentionally, I let out a sigh of wonder. I'm sure that in my mind, I can't remember past festivals that were just as lively and amazing as this one. But seeing it again like this made it so magnificent. Even after I started walking along the crowds, eyes kept flickering from here to there. What are you looking around so restlessly for? Goei noticed the expression on my face and asked me about it. Oh, I was just thinking about how amazing it all is. The festival, I mean. Heck, I'm not getting rid of that, am I? Same time as it is every year. It's not like it changed much since you lived here. Really? Yeah, really. Aren't you just feeling this way since it's been a long time since you've seen it? That could be it. Right. Yeah, so long ago, so it makes sense. Come on, just don't look around. Let's go do something. Anything in particular you want to do? Let's see. Well, since it's been so long, this time look around the place to see if anything's that stood out. There's the standard goldfish scooping and the target practice. Stands that sell vinyl balloons, neon sticks. Oh, what are vinyl balloons? I'm just picturing a balloon with records on it or something. And all the other various things you could think to find at a festival. The use is a lot There I felt some sense of discontent. Something's not right. Stalls were up on both sides of the path. After looking right, I carefully shifted my line of sight to the left. With that movement, I figured out what's been bugging me. Heck. Hey, Koya. What's wrong? Where's everyone else? Koya's ears switched a little. It was an indication of an unvoiced, huh? As if to check for himself, Koya slowly turned his own eyes towards where I was looking. Then he spoke. Seriously? There should have been 8 people walking in front of us, and somehow we lost track of all of them. Tatsune's so tall, he shouldn't be this easy to miss. An unpleasant wind blew in the space between us. But so simply put, we got separated? Seems that way. What do we do? We stood together, looking worried. First off, let's try looking for them. But even if I say that, chances of us finding them are... Koya made a bitter face as he scratched his head. Yeah, they might have circled around to the other side, too. I'd like to find them as soon as possible. The fireworks are soon. Oh well, I wouldn't mind the 2 of us being alone together. What? Art skipped a beat at his line. It's true, now that I think about it, Koya and I are alone together right now. Realizing again made me a little embarrassed. I could feel my own face was red. Oh, come on. That's not what I'm saying. We came here with everyone else. I talked quickly to cover it up. But I think do think it was nice that we were alone. Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's get going, Dark. Yeah, nice fighting everyone soon. Right. With that thought spurring us on, the two of us headed into the crowd. However, since it only felt like a waste to go around and only look for the others, we also looked at a few carton stalls. We started with the goldfish scooping, and then competing over who got a bigger one. But in the end, we couldn't even get one. It's irksome for both of us. So we did the target practice. There was also another contest of revenge from before. Koya lost and ended up with a box of caramel, but the two of us shared a nostalgic taste. Cotton candy and crepes come later. I'll get stuck to both sides of your mouth, Koya teased. It was a bit embarrassing, but also fun. Crepe. I could go for a crepe, I think, if I'm thinking what it is. I don't know. The mood kept up as we made our round to the crowd. So I think I'm hitting that mark where my ability to read starts to plummet. Trying to keep these like one a day-ish. Here I am, together with Koya at the festival. Maybe it's because I've never been to one with someone before, but it felt strangely awkward. But I was happy. So much. I've never been before. We weren't able to find Torihiko and the others. It's already late in the day, and any minute now, fireworks would begin launching. At this rate, we'll have to give up on looking. After reaching the conclusion, we felt tired from walking, so we separated from the crowd and sat on the stone steps beneath the shrine. Now was about the time for the bond dance, and we heard a customary music. Dancing in the ring made me shy, so I opted out of it. We couldn't see any of the others here anyway. When we looked back at the commotion on the other end, we took a breath. Now, I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite scenes in the game, and you can see why. Phew. Somehow, we went around so many times. Yeah. And no one there seems to be tired. And hey, isn't this everyone in the village? Wouldn't that be an overstatement? But there does seem to be way too many people. This usually is an unseen village. I know, right? Seriously, thanks to that, we can't really search for anyone like this. In the end, we couldn't find Torihiko or anyone else. But with this many people, I guess it can't be helped. Sorry, Dark. That being separated from everybody and being with me. It'd have been better with everyone together, right? Koya spoke casually to me as he felt some responsibility for it all and apologized to me. Since I didn't feel that way myself, I became a little apologetic. I do think it would have been fun if we could have all walked around together, but I had plenty of fun with just being with Koya. If we weren't here with them from the start, with them to start with, part of me thinks it'd been even more fun. That's mean to the other 8 guys, though. So I spoke about other parts that I was thinking. No, that's not true. I had fun being with you. After saying so, it felt kind of embarrassing. Without thinking about it, I turned away. Dark? I thought I heard Koi's voice, and then I felt something warm touch my hand on the stone steps. It caught my hand and gently wrapped around it. It was Koi's hand. The instant I realized it, my heart leaped into my chest. I turned around, and there in front of me was Koi's face. Always sharp-eyed, looking straight at me. Distant sounds of the hustle and bustle faded away. I could feel my heartbeats next to my held hand. Were they mine, or were they Koya's? I couldn't tell. All I know for sure is that my blood was pumping. All of a sudden, I was very confused. My hand felt so hot as it could be. My face turned white. I lost all comprehension about my own situation. Yeah? Dark? Koei put a bit more force into his hand. It hurt a little, but I didn't really have the time to think much of it. Just how did things end up this way? Did something happen? Thoughts were whirling in my head. You know, when you came back for the summer, I felt something change within me. Yeah? This time, it's special, and it might be because so many things are happening. But I'm really glad that you're here. Okay. How do I put this? I can't really say it's right, but that's what I'm thinking. I nodded earlier, but whatever Koi is trying to say right now, I can't really process it. I mean, isn't this dark? Each one of those syllables hit my ears. I felt my heart race faster. I've not forgotten how to blink. My senses were all over the place. My chest felt oddly painful. At this point, I can't tell what's going to happen. While I was in that state, Koi opened his mouth and kept going. But just before he could voice his thoughts, a call from somewhere else broke the spell. Finally, we found you! Hey, what are you guys doing over there? Both Koi and I jumped up and put some distance between us, like children caught in the middle of a prank. And just like the evening, there was Tohiko's voice. Right behind him, there was everyone else. After seeing that, the mood felt like it collapsed. On one hand, I felt relieved, but on the other, I felt like it was a pity. I kinda wish they'd come a little later. Disappeared as soon as we stopped paying attention. Can't you guys not act like lost little kids that ate? Wait, your faces are red. Did something happen? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, Koya? Yeah, nothing happened. Why are you worried about us? Not you. I'm worried about Dark. Well, if nothing happens, then okay. Anyway, the fireworks are about to start. Let's go. The sound of explosion cut him off. Oh, and the screen might flash, just for warning. Up in the sky, a great big flower was blooming. The fireworks have started. Aw, we didn't make it in time. Go over there, I think we can get closer. But we can see the fireworks right here. Aren't many people around, so it's a nice secret spot. That's true. I didn't think anyone really wants to move around anymore. So isn't it fine just to stay here? I guess. Let's do that then. After that discussion, the second lot of fireworks lit up the sky. Everyone else sat on the steps, and just like Koi and I were, looked up into the sky. Each and every time, the fireworks would blast up there, then fade away. Boom. Boom. And after each and every one of those times, the sounds would resound in the night sky. It's beautiful, I murmured, without addressing anyone in particular. That was my honest thoughts. And possibly, I think it might even be more beautiful than any other fireworks I've seen till now. However, more than that. Dark, whatever Koi was going to say after that, it slowly faded from the memory of how warm his hand was, into the memory. That scene that... I remember the first time playing this game, years ago, I was pretty, into that scene. It was wait, what? Yeah, but whatever. So, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. I'd like to thank you all for watching another one. by me, GamerWolfSix, of Morenatsu, the original Koi's route. Please comment, because I like comments, and if you like, dislike, tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow, and please remember to spay and or neuter your animals to help control the pet population. And of course, if you want to play this game, link to it is in the description. And until next time, let's play by me, GamerWolfSix of Morenatsu. See ya.